Alright guys, time's finally came. This thing has finally gotten here. This is a controller for our CNW that has been swapped in the car. And comes with a really nice instruction sheet there. And this thing sure is a lot smaller than what I was imagining. This thing's really little. But now I just gotta start taking things out of the box, figure out what's what, and start trying to plug stuff up. Alright, first thing I want to do is start the wiring. It's pretty basic. It's just pretty much just 5 wires to make it run. And then I'm going to put one more wire for the tach, and where the transmission controller knows what RPM the motor's running. Other than that, it just has your power, your ground, just TPS wires, and it says that it will run just with that. So we'll see how that works. The wire harness for this is really basic. Really, you just need all you have to do on the wiring is wire in this little connector here, these couple wires here, and 5 of them off here. This right here, all your safety features, your backup lights and neutral safety and all that. We don't need any of that stuff, so we're just gonna plug it in. And your other connector here, it's just plug in play 2. Just plugs in straight to the little controller, to the transmission, and so all that's already pre-done for you, and you don't even have to wire it, which is pretty nice. You don't have to figure out anything. Only thing you got to figure out is the wiring of those 5 wires, and looks like that's all there is to it. Got all the connector and everything connected to the transmission. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the console out, and I'm going to run the wires through the shifter hole. And I'm planning to mount the controller in the console. Just going to put in this console lid here. Already got this AFR gauge, but I'm going to relocate this AFR gauge to the middle here. The volt gauge just went out like last time this car was drove. That gauge is burnt up, so
China.
Just gonna move this AFR gauge to the middle and move that water over there and see what that does. I got the wires ran. Went ahead and ran them through the shifter hole. Just cut a hole in the carpet, a little bit more over, and ran them through there. They sure did provide enough wiring to at least wire transmission to a train or something.
Be careful walking on the tracks, because there's a coal train a-coming. Choo, choo.
This thing would reach the back wheels of the car. How much wire they sent. I just went ahead and I didn't cut anything or anything. I just went ahead and ran it all the way through and put it up there, but wire's so long they reach the back seat. But seemed to run alright. Seemed like it should be okay routing here. And I'll go ahead and go to the top, show y'all what the deal is up there. Alright, here's all the wires inside. Kind of a mess right now, but got them ran through here. And now it's time to start putting this console back together and figure out how much of a mess this is going to be. They supply a 47K ohm resistor for the tach output. Going to go ahead and just sort it on the in line of the wires. And yeah. They also provide a resistor for
Come on, man.
overdrive. Alright, for the TPS sensor, we'd priced some of the different options there was, and every single option there was like $200, $300. Found one for $100, but I just had to fix it and adapt it anyways. So we had made some bracketry, and we got a factory forward TPS sensor mounted to the back of the intake. Made a linkage to go on the bottom of the carburetor, and don't know how the wiring is on this. Don't know which one's the signal, the ground, or the input, but the instructions tell you how to test for that. First, you're going to want your ohm meter here, and then you're going to want to test 2 wires at a time on the TPS sensor. Whenever you set your volt dial to 20K to 15K, it said. So you just do that until you find one that doesn't change whenever you move the lever on the TPS sensor, and then you can find the signal one, and then you're just left with the ground and the 5 volts in. To find which one's the ground, you gotta find the one with the lowest resistance to the wiper at idle. So you just gotta figure out which one's has the lowest resistance between that.
Come on, man.
You gotta find which one has the lowest resistance between that one you just found, and you gotta compare the other 2 wires until you get the one with the least amount of resistance. And there you go. Well, after checking the stuff, it looks like one of these forward deals, a white. I don't know what color that is. Grayish. That grayish goes to the green. That black's.
Come on, man.
Black, the ground goes to the candy cane color deal, red and white wire, and then the purple one goes to the power. Alright, I got this thing all wired in now, but as soon as you turn the key on, the transmission just sits there and clicks. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out what's wrong with it.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Already done checked out the wire pinout on this thing. Just like what they said, it's alright. But transmission just sits here and clicks. Gonna just see if it's the transmission connection. Gonna try to clean it. I mean, the transmission was sitting under just a bunch of junk.
No business, born insecure junkyard motherfucker!
Just sitting out in the field, so I mean, I guess can't run perfect.
The next day.
Alright guys, after pulling the transmission down a little bit, taking the crossburner out, cleaned the connector real well and everything, still didn't fix my issue. So then I started testing, which I probably should have started first. I started testing the ground and power and everything. Turns out that the ignition wire I was using didn't have a full 12 volts. It only had like 11.55, and I use this ohm meter here to tell me that. I never knew it had only 11, but I had 11.50 and it wasn't enough to run it. And now it has 12.5 to it. Now it actually doesn't click anymore. So now we might be on the right track and it might work.
It's good.
Yeah?
It's going to be good. It's
Right.
going to be good. I'm hoping the universe provides a path for... It's good.
Yeah?
It's going to be good. It's
Right.
going to be good. I'm hoping the universe provides a path for... It's good. It's
Yeah?
going to be good. It's
Right.
going to be good. I'm hoping the universe provides a path for...
Here's the wiring. I got the wiring all wrapped up in this loom. Seemed like it went okay. Don't look too bad. Just ran the power wire to the coil, which now it has 12.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
12.5 volts now instead of 11.5. So now the car will probably run even better too. Never even thought about testing the voltage of that until now. I didn't have one of those. I didn't ever think I was going to ever use one of those before, but it seems today that that is the whole savior of this whole entire unit. I would have still been wondering why it wasn't working.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess.
Got the car all back together, got the console all back in and everything. Seems like it's pretty seamless install. It doesn't look too bad, I don't think. It's seems a pretty good location for it. You see, you just turn the ignition on and you can look at the display and everything.
Come on, man.
Now it's time to actually drive it and see if it shifts like it's supposed to.
The next day.
Alright, this is the third powering attempt. This thing really requires 12 volts all the time. It can't ever drop, fluctuate, or anything at all, or that thing acts really funny. So I ended up connecting this thing directly to the battery, and this car shifted perfect, better than it ever had before. So now I done found another ignition switch straight off the fuse box, and I'm just going to put this straight to the fuse box now. Instead, I had it all junction with a coil. I guess that might not have been a very good idea, but I'm going to just power this straight out of the fuse box. 30 amp fuse on it. It should be okay, and maybe it'll run this time. There you go. Went ahead and got that ran to that, and now let's go and test drive it and see if it doesn't. What I was doing before, it was just shifting here and shifting randomly. Usually in first. In first, it would just like go into neutral for a second, then go back into first. So I want to see if this works out and see what happens.
Come on, man.
Now it's up to 150. like that. Transmission temp, pretty nice. And even the speed. Every once in a while, right?
Now it shifts like every 2 seconds. Important thing with this unit, 12-volt source, and has to be a constant 12-volt source, can't vary any, and run great.
A few moments later.
Turns out it shifts good, it goes through all the gears. The only bad thing is, I think we're going to have to take the transmission back out, because first doesn't like itself really. If you give it any more than 50% throttle, it just revs up to the moon and does all kind of retardation. Other than that quick forward, super simple setup. Just had them 6 wires to hook up. Only hiccup I had was that power wire not being actually 12 volts. But other than that, it went pretty good. Just need to probably redo everything again. So, real easy to tune too, to add to that. Real easy to tune. I went ahead and added some more pressure, hoping first would come around, but it didn't. So, that'll be it for this video, guys. I'll catch you later.